just have to make sure that they don't get into the fire line of those E100s solo, because those 750 Alpha guns will hurt. And it looks like they're boosting the Gorilla for now to get up in that A1 position.
Yeah, they do this quite a lot, B Gaming, and it's quite all right at times if
they failed.
Well, if they get up for a start. Shinozaki, the new player on the team, so maybe the communication not quite there between the two just yet. But I think they might have, maybe have they abandoned this now? Just going to be heading back in towards...
I think they're going to try again, but look already at the map control thing has taken positive here, going very aggressive. But there is a little bit of a trap there. Samo and I think his buddy in the WZ is going to be waiting there. But this is the thing though. DiNG is going to put triple cap pressure. Otori and Samo get spotted out. And now there will have to be the reaction from B Gaming. And they have to push into E100s at this point. And Break will just shoot these WZs in the side of the turret if he can.
Good shot though coming out from one of the B Gaming players. Does put a bit of damage across to the chat, but look, to be honest, yeah, you're right. They've given up so much map control already without really doing a whole lot at all over to DiNG. So difficult times ahead now for B Gaming, as they do have to push in towards those E100s, as you say. And they've only got 15 seconds left to work with. Lots of kills going the way, or just one kill so far, but lots of damage going the way towards DiNG as well. And B Gaming not having a good time to start things off here. Kyunkang power down to 568 HP as well, and 14 seconds left on this cap. This is looking all over already.
Yeah, it is looking all over. I mean, they might get some resets, but being 2 tanks down at this point, DiNG will just close them out. There's still 9 seconds left on the cap, and they still have to reset. They have a mouse, they have Shino coming from behind, but is it enough? No.
No, it's definitely not. Shinozaki, he's one of those guys that does manage to get around on the flank quite nicely in his bat chat and get a lot of work done, but in this case, it just feels like too little too late. The E100s, both of them, so much HP left. I mean, Shokic hasn't even taken any damage just yet at all, and you see already a couple of bounces coming off from them, so things just not going very nicely at all here for B Gaming, and well, Tomato JP goes down to Emraka. We'll see a kill come out for B Gaming, but probably a consolation prize at this point.
Yeah, at this point, it's pretty much all over. The mouse, they waited till the end to focus him down, and he doesn't bounce that many U100 shells. They are penetrating everything. Now, 3 tanks left standing, of which 2 are a one-shot and 1 is a grill, which is not the ideal situation when you're trying to defend Ghost Down.
No, definitely not. I mean, maybe if they got the grill up onto that boost, they might have had a bit of a better time. Things just got out of position, but kind of feel like I'm grasping at straws here.
Yeah, indeed. It didn't look good. Like we talked about, that lighter lineup not working out for them at all. DiNG going very aggressive, taking the control. And now with 1 tank left standing, unless he hammer-acts all of them.
That's a little bit of wishful thinking. There goes the first one over towards DiNG. So 1-0 at the moment here for the Europeans. And B Gaming, I think you're going to have to go back to the drawing board a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about their heavier lineup coming out, and they did exactly that. They had Break on one side, and he spotted both of those WZs, so then they rotated their T5041 and their 50B to cut off that rotation. They had positive spot on the other side, that other rotation, and they put the 2 E100s and a tier 9 batchet on the cap, and then you have to get through their first line of defense when they're capping, and they already lost both WZs for that. And then pushing into E100s. Yes, you have a mouse which has a lot of HPs, but the E100s, they both need 1 shot on him, and he's pretty much done for 750 Alpha. They both do 2 shots, he's dead. And they just waited till the end. And it was fairly easy for DiNG. It's something a lot of European teams have done, take control of that middle cap. We talked about it in the beginning, that they didn't really have tanks to go towards the northern cap, and didn't feel like B Gaming was set up for it. Even with the grill in that position, wouldn't have changed.
Meritorious doing quite a lot of damage there in the AMX 50B, 4.2k, so nice result for him. Emraka in the T54E1 as well, putting up some good numbers, and well, across the board things look pretty good for DiNG in that top 7.
Yeah, indeed, you can see there the mouse, the WZ, the grill, the second WZ.
I mean, the grill doing 990 damage, that's just not enough.
No, not indeed. That's pretty much 1 shot depending on the rolls. So
yeah, and a mouse with 62. He didn't even get a shot off.
He
got one and he got a kill, but
yeah, that's with 62 damage. He could have just well not shot. But
yeah,
indeed, this is just from B Gaming. I'm not sure. Like that entire setup, it's more based around covering the northern base, especially with like climbing that grill up there. It's all based to counter that northern cap strat, but if you only have 1-1-1-1, 1-1-3, you're not going to go for that.
Yeah, I think the reason for that, though, is because a lot of the teams in APAC do tend to avoid the 2 flag. They always go towards that northern flag. And so B Gaming, they're used to defending that 1 flag, not so used to defending the 2 flag, and things just go all right for them.
Yeah, in the EU it's a little bit different. Like some teams bring those tier 9 heavy tanks and then go for that cap.
Yeah.
But if you bring E100s and they only have 1 hold down tank and it's a 1-1-3, which isn't even the best at being hold down, then you can expect them to be more around that middle cap. Because once you get the E100s in that cap, I mean, you can flank them. We saw Batcha trying to flank, but it doesn't matter because they have that much HP.
Yeah.
Like, one Batcha is not going to bring down an E100.
No.
At one point, you have to come around the corner to reset them, and then they give you 1.5k in the face. And at the same time, their autoloaders speak out and kill the rest of your tanks, which is usually a lot of single shooters.
Well, I did say I think B Gaming can get at least one on Ghost Town, hopefully.
So it's going to have to be the
So it's going to have to be this one here on the attack. They are actually a little bit better on the defense of Ghost Town, so that's not a great sign for them. But let's have a look and see what they're going to be going out with here in the second round. It is a little bit more heavy coming out from B Gaming. E100 Mouse, a couple of WZ111s as well, so that's not too bad. And actually this time DiNG maybe a little bit lighter of a lineup. Yeah,
a little bit lighter on the defense here, but I think they like to rotate a lot, so they're going to go for that. But B Gaming here with the WZs, that kind of tells us that they're going to go for that northern cap like you talked about in the APAC region. Preferred, then those WZs do work very well on that cap.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if one of the DiNG tanks tries to get up on that A1 position, but it could also be that they just try and rotate around. I mean, they are going to be getting Hulken into that A4 position, and it looks like DiNG, they are going to go for the rotation. So if B Gaming goes for that cap, they just try and rotate around and get the resets from different angles.
Well, Breakneck pushing in quite far forward at the moment, hasn't spotted anyone out. B Gaming not heading in the direction at the moment of the two cap. But Kian Power and Tomato JP still holding back towards the spawn there. Utori watching the rotate as well, but as of yet, B Gaming, they haven't really decided they want to go too aggressive just yet.
The issue with this play here from B Gaming is that it is something that has happened in the EU region. Tomato JP gets spotted out and spots break in return, so that's not ideal. It's better if they kind of stay in a trap, now kind of giving away that there is a presence in that area. Much rather have them stay in a trap, wait for it, and maybe if one of the Batchat crosses, get him that way. But very split attack here from B Gaming, trying to cover all bases for now.
For their own right, B Gaming have decided just to hold their positions, holding up default. I mean, Utori's pushed quite far forward in the WZ111 in towards the 2 flag, but he's not getting a huge amount done there. Just spotting in. And for now, it's a bit of a stalemate. And I guess that works the way of DiNG when that timer starts ticking down. I mean, we haven't seen much time go away, but B Gaming are a team that does let that timer tick away, and things can go awry from that point.
It's always nice to see like the natural advantage here B Gaming have already, just in terms of HP, 1.4k starting the round because of the heavier lineup. But looking at the lineup of DiNG, like this is a problem though. Like, you know, now Bishop is going to do the A1 climb here. He should not have no issues doing it. That's great. Now if B Gaming went aggressive into the cap into the beginning, it probably wouldn't have any resistance against him because the lineup from DiNG was not centered around defending it. Now, with Bishop being on there, it becomes harder and harder to go for that #1 base, which is ideally where they want to go with their lineup. It's where their lineup works best. Have the Mouse and the 100 defend like that D6, 7, that alley as we like to call it, because of that HP, that armor that you have to dig through. And now with that tier 9 Batchat up there, yes, it's long distance, but he can get the shots on the WZs, and he only needs to get them every so often and get his team to rotate.
Well, for now, still waiting on B Gaming really to make their move. I mean, they're quite content just to sit back here and not really fall into a trap that potentially DiNG is going to try and set for them. I mean, B Gaming, they haven't got a huge amount of information yet. They haven't spotted out Bishop up on that boost. They know that Hulknick is holding up towards the north. They know that Breakneck is towards the south, but the rest of the DiNG defense at the moment is unknown to B Gaming.
It's very surprising for me that they did decide to go so passive now. They are going to go for the play, but with Hulk being in that position already, he will be spotting them out. It doesn't matter if he does damage or not. The spots is most important. Break just trading here, which is really not ideally for him because, look, he already lost his commander. That's very, very annoying for him.
Yeah, Hulk also taking a little bit of damage there.
E100.
But he's looking like he's going to be able to get out of there okay for the moment.
The thing is, DiNG is not really in position here to defend that #1 base still, and even with that tier 9 boosted up, I mean, it is an autoloader, so it's not going to have to be able to reset forever. Once he goes on reload, there will not be enough time for him to reload the second time.
Yeah.
So now DiNG will go for that alley, but like we talked about, that lighter lineup, if the E100 and Mouse connect their shots, it could be difficult.
Yeah, there's one coming into the FV215B. It does connect quite nicely. We're going to see the E100 take a little bit in return, though, and now it just falls upon the Mouse to get some damage across, but, well, it's not working out too nicely here at all for B Gaming, though they do pick up the first kill. A trade back comes straight away, though, for positive DiNG. Starting to get the better of this. Look at the B Gaming health falling. It's just going drop, 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 drop. And this is not looking too nice at all for B Gaming. The FV215B just leading the charge forward, and now the AMX50Bs here for DiNG starting to get involved in the fight. And B Gaming just haven't got all of their tanks here. They need to get those tanks into the fight. And Meritorious, well, he's just charged right into two, but he's going to be surviving for long enough to divert the attention of these two tanks.
The thing is, all of these autoloaders from DiNG are currently on reloads. If B Gaming get to focus the tanks down right now before they get into the fight, then Shokic will be going down here.
Well,
Positive does come off reload now, so he needs Tomato JP to help him out. Positive won't have the shells to kill him.
Yeah,
and
Tomato JP needs to block.
Yeah, Tomato JP, this is great actually for B Gaming. They're in a great situation to pick this up because they got the autoloaders.
Yeah, they definitely do, but they're starting to again lose that health. It was a big advantage for them, but now it's swung back a little bit in the way of DiNG, and actually I think the player advantage now in the favor of B Gaming as we see a couple of those kills go in their direction. So this might actually be the round that they need here on Ghost Town.
Yeah, indeed, and Mraka should be going down here as he does to conquer power, and now it's just onto Meritorious and Bishop. The thing is though, Bishop is full HP, and that is a real issue. They need to take down the second 50B before Bishop gets into the fight.
Oh, I think that one went right into the turret of that corpse in there. Well, that didn't work out too nicely at all for Shinozaki. Missed a couple of shots, and well, those were important shots to hit as well, considering, like we said, so much HP left on the field here for DiNG. B Gaming had like a 2,000 HP lead, and all of a sudden DiNG are now the ones with the HP advantage, but doesn't seem like it's going too nicely here for Bishop. Kyung Pao does get a couple of shots into him, so maybe that's going to be enough here for Shinozaki to clutch it out, but Shinozaki needs to be so careful with his HP here, and he does take down Meritorious, but sacrifices so much, and he's a one-shot now.
Hey, he has a one-shot. The rolls from Meritorious not really ideal there. He's also lost his engine, so he's not going to be able to rotate much, but the reloads here, obviously the tier 9 Batshot has a little bit longer of a reload, but Bishop should still be able to beat it, so he has 18 seconds
Well, he can
left.
just ram him as well. I think that's what he's going for at this point.
He probably can, especially because of the dead engine. He will catch up with him. Oh.
What are you going to do here, Shinozaki? It's a game of cat and mouse, and you're not going to win. There you go. You can hear the, oh. Yeah, well, there you go. DiNG pick up the second round as well, and it was a round that B Gaming could have won.
Yeah, it was indeed. Once the autoloaders from DiNG started started getting on those reloads, you could see they were starting to come back into it. But then again, Bishop being full HP in the end really did change the game. And Meritorious surviving in that 50B in the end, I mean, the Batshot had 2 shots, so ideally he should have been able to take him down, which he didn't. And that's the kind of stuff that changes the game. You know, he takes him down, then it's 2v1 against Bishop, and they can play the cap, they can play whatever they want, and probably win it out.
I think maybe that's the sort of the pressure, I guess, again, building upon Shinozaki in that situation. He was one of the players that didn't actually play in the APAC final. He came across from Karen Tiger, so he hasn't got this big game experience. This is probably his first time on at an event like this, but anyway, digressing a little bit, going on towards the stats here, Kyung Pao did a good job for B Gaming, but just wasn't backed up quite enough by the rest of his teammates. And, well, I mean, this time it looks a little bit better for B Gaming, but again, you can't say it's close enough is good enough in this situation. Again, DiNG come away with the win, so what does it matter? Yeah,
indeed, and again, this mouse pick not working out for B Gaming. In either of the 2 rounds at this point, I mean, you have to question if they had 2 E100s. We saw the first E100 get a very big shot in there. If he wasn't an E100 as well, I mean, he got just focused down and breaking from behind with the Batshot, but if he isn't E100, he does 750 alpha and then dies, which would change the game probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they like picking mouse, but I don't really see the benefit of it in a lot of situations. Like 2 rounds in a row, the mouse really contributing to almost nothing.
It is very much a comfort pick for B Gaming. I mean, they're one of the teams that at least in the APAC region, that is one of the only teams to pick the mouse, and every other team tends to lean towards the E100s here, but for some reason B Gaming do like that mouse, and I guess you can get away with it maybe against some of the lesser competition in APAC, but here against the top tier competition in Europe and in North America, it's probably not the ideal situation for them.
No, and it hasn't worked at all, but you said they had to take 1 round on Ghost Town, or would take one, and so far, you're wrong.
Well, they could have taken it. It was close.
Yeah, but they didn't.
They didn't. That's right.
Nobody remembers could have.
No, that's true. That's true. So now things are very difficult here for B Gaming, I think. If they had maybe, well, it was always going to be difficult, wasn't it? But at least maybe they would have had 1 round in the bank they could have played with.
I mean, this was close, though, so, like...
Just the little things.
Yeah, just a little. If Shinozaki picks up that 50B, which he realistically should have, I mean, it's a different game then, but It's small things like Samo doing 0 damage in a WZ is not acceptable either.
Yeah, that's actually quite surprising considering, I mean, the WZ111s we've seen coming out from B Gaming have generally speaking been quite good. But this time, perhaps not. Moving on to Prokhorovka now, though, going to be seeing the tank lineups coming out, and it's quite a heavy lineup actually there for DiNG, T125 and IS7.
Haven't changed from what they played against Eclipse, again coming with that lineup, E5, IS7, STB. It's their comfort lineup pretty much for Prokhorovka, always played it similar. B Gaming here, IS7, 113, Grill 140, some very European-esque standard as well. A lot of teams here like playing with the Grill as well. IS7 113, yeah, that's a good lineup here for B Gaming, but let's see what they can do with it. They should. This is one of the rounds where they should know what DiNG is going to bring, and perhaps that counterplay that we talked about, where they were very good at, can come into effect here.
Yeah, we'll see. A lot of teams in APAC do like to go towards that one flag, get the IS7 in that position, have the Grill up on that one line, and just spot the cross. But at the moment, it does seem like DiNG is setting up for quite a good defense, if that is the case here for B Gaming.
Indeed, and it's just a spotting run here in the beginning, and DiNG not changing anything up from what they played in the beginning, like the I-75 going towards the middle, so they can play over there and get the spots out. Bishop in that bush area, obviously spotting ahead of his bad shots, and actually they're changing up a little bit. They're sending, well, it's something they did before as well, sending somebody to the A0 position to get a sort of crossfire if they do decide to go for the rails.
Raka going to be looking up in towards enemy territory, spotting out a couple of tanks, but he himself gets spotted there. Meritorious as well, spotted by B Gaming, but I like the B Gaming here at least haven't decided just to rush down that 1-2 sort of a line and walk into the trap that DiNG has set, because, well, that wouldn't have been a very nice situation for them at all, but they're still quite keen to go for this one flag push by the looks of things, or at least they want to posture around the one flag for now.
Yeah, but the I-7 of Otori getting in that position there, I mean, it's a very good. There's nobody on DiNG that really can penetrate that turret whatsoever. I mean, the I-7 pretty much unpenetratable from the front, where you can only see the turret. And B Gaming, if Meritorious speaks in that E5, is obviously not unkillable, but they were pushing break forwards, and they're going to try and kill this I-7 most likely. And let's see how much damage they take for trying.
Well, it's not going to be an easy task, given the position that the IS-7 is in. Meritorious taking actually the first shot here in the T125. So B Gaming getting early points on the board, but we'll have to see a few more shots like that if they're going to have a good time here on Prokhorovka.
This is a lot of information though for B Gaming. I mean, Easy Game realizes that there is somebody there and gets spotted out, so he's now deciding to back off, and he brings the sector. He knows Positive is there, so you know one tank's out of the fight here, but
IS-7 gun depression.
Yeah, IS-7 gun depression, but look, they are going for it now, realizing that there's one tank out of the game.
Yeah, Samo as well is going to take a huge chunk of damage there. So DiNG starting to get the upper hand early on in the piece here. Not yet actually pushing their advantage, but certainly slowly but surely snowballing what they have. So we'll see a bit of a push actually coming out here from B Gaming as well. So they're going to try and maybe push something and see what they can get done here, but I'm not so sure I'm a fan of this decision.
This is their moment, though, because right now, I mean, 2 batches for DiNG should be on reload, but Tori is going to push over, but Positive comes from behind, and this is the moment. They need to take the overmatch while the batches are still reloading.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a trade coming out there. Meritorious goes down, but so does Utori. It's Positive getting very, very low in HP, and just across the board, it's a massive brawl coming out here. HP falling across the board. B Gaming at the moment, maybe slightly ahead in terms of HP, but really, it's not much to write home about. Kyankam Power in the Group 15, able to find a kill, and it's actually 4v3 in the favor of B Gaming at this point, but the main takeaway here is that a couple of Batchats still alive on the lineup of DiNG. Both have full HP.
Indeed, and now the Gorilla needs to get into the fight, really. He needs to be the one. The thing is, the Gorilla is such a hard tank to play, because even at full HP, if you get 1v1 into a Batchat, you can't kill him before he kills you with his 5 shots.
Yeah.
And then the 140. So they're in a tough situation here. It is possible. The thing they have going for them is that they have that 1 tank extra, so
yeah.
they can get control of that #1 base, that #1 cap, put somebody on there, and still have equal forces fighting all over the map. That's the one thing they have going for them.
Yeah, I'd like to see Kyankam Power move up here, maybe to sort of A-B sort of a C area. Get that guy on the flag, probably the RU-251 or maybe the Object 140, and just try and play out the long game here and see if DiNG is going to peek in towards them.
You want to send the. I'd still say the RU-251 right now, because we want the 140 to do the DPM,
yeah,
obviously.
Of course.
But they need the Gorilla in position where he can either shoot if it's coming north, so they're coming middle, or coming south to that E1 position, or somewhere around there could work for him as well. So he can shoot either angles where DiNG might possibly be coming to attack from. And I mean, B Gaming here, they have the gun advantage, and yes, DiNG has an HP advantage, but once they come in to decap that base, they are going to be giving up HP to...
At least one shot from Power has to go in.
Yes, at least to peek over to get the reset. At least one shot from the Gorilla needs to connect. So then they're back into the advantage. And it's not like DiNG can avoid that, because to reset the base, you have to go in.
Yeah. There we go. We're going to see the RU251 getting onto that one flag now as well. And again, this is sort of a situation where B Gaming has potential to be able to pick up a round win here, but are they going to be able to execute it? Like we saw on Ghost Town, they had a potential round there, but DiNG was just able to go one better and take away the round. So this time again, the pressure is, well, I still feel like very much on the shoulders of B Gaming.
Yeah, the Chokish here trying to line up a shot against Tomato JP, but he goes D-spotted, and now they have time, yes, but they're still going to have to go into decap at one point. Now, Kyungkyo Power is really going to have to hit those shots. I mean, at this point...
That's what it comes down to, doesn't it?
If he misses, like, pretty much game over.
Yeah.
If he doesn't miss, then it should be fine, but Bishop going that way might be bad for the Gorilla, because Bishop can maybe spot him when he shoots. And
yeah, potentially, but I mean, there's the Object 140 here as well to sort of give a bit of backup to Kyungkyo Power. Object 140 has been spotted out as well, so he knows at least that there's someone there. He himself hasn't spotted out Bishop, but he does have a little bit of information going his way.
Yeah, Bishop will be meeting the Gorilla here very, very soon. I mean, it depends on how deep Tomato JP peaks. Shokish is now spotted, and now it's all on to Kyungkyo to hit the shot.
Yeah, definitely does come down to that. There's a big shot coming out from Kyungkyo Power, and is it going to be enough though? Because the Batchat does survive, and now the Grill has been spotted, and he's going to be taking a small amount of damage, but really at the moment, no one actually getting the shots that they need onto Kyungkyo Power.
Shokish didn't have the gun depression there. You saw the damage he took. He was full HP now, 404, and definitely the advantage here for B Gaming. And now Hulkning needs to come in to reset as well.
25 seconds left on the clock here. Bishop still dancing around here towards the southern part of the map. Hasn't managed to get a whole lot of damage done, or really anything done. Easy game has been spotted out though, and that's important for DiNG. They do get the reset, so a little bit of time now on their side, but still, they have that player disadvantage. They are getting the damage across, but is it going to be enough in this situation? Again, we need to see Kyungkyo Power getting something for B Gaming here.
And they get Shokish, so that's something. And now Kyungkyo should just go for Bishop and take him down. He has the shot available. He needs to make sure Tomato JP doesn't die at this point, so the Gorilla definitely needs to push forward to get that kill. And then it's a 3v1, and it should be B Gaming's game.
Potentially. The Batchat at the moment, though, starting to rotate across through the northern part of the map. Bishop running away. They're going to just try and disengage, but oh, this is not going to work out too nicely at all for the RU251. Surely Kyungkyo Power has to hit this one. He's taking his time, and he does manage to land the shot there. And now it's a 3 versus 1.
Yeah, it isn't 3 versus 1 indeed, and just Hulkning, the one standing. Yes, he has a decent amount of HP. His HPs are still pretty even, but got in the game is such a big factor here. And unless B Gaming makes a mistake here, I mean, this could work, but they're sending Kyungkyo first. This is the correct thing to do. You know, you send your high HP first. Even if Hulk gets the shot, by the time he kills Kyungkyo, he should be dead. Yeah,
still not spotted just yet, but as you say, such a difficult situation now for Hulkning. We'll see what he can do. I mean, a couple of those tanks very low on HP, so it's not impossible for him.
It depends if they realize now that they are perma-spotted, because if Kyungkyo goes over this rails, this leaves Hulk with a semi-option, but he's not. If he went over the rails, then Hulk could have possibly went to clean up the 2 guys on the gap circle and run away again, because they don't have that much HP.
Oh, there we go. Hulkning's decided to make his move and just mistimes it a little bit. Does get spotted out by Kyungkyo Power, but I mean, there's not much that he could do there. Not a great roll coming out. I think it was 650, but still, it's going to be enough. And there you go. Shinozaka does close out the kill, so DiNG going to be dropping around here to B Gaming.
Yeah, we talked about it. DiNG playing the same as they played before, that counter play coming a little bit into effect. And it was the correct thing. I mean, you send the 113 first to take all the shots from the Batchats, the 2 Batchats from DiNG, Shokish, and I don't remember who the second one was. On the backline, they fired all their shots. Bishop had to run away as well, obviously, the RU251. So that's 3 tanks pretty much out of the game, after which they came into the middle area and cleaned up. It wasn't the cleanest execution, because Samo took a little bit of damage in the beginning. I mean, realistically, they wanted at least one more guy to survive, which didn't happen, but they played it out well in the end. I mean, Shokish peeked over to try and reset the cap, and then you could see the Batchat didn't have the gun depression to shoot at the grill, so Kyungkyo survived, and he went to clean up Bishop, but B Gaming went for the correct options in this round, at least.
Yeah, well, it's good to see. At least they're making some moves forward, and moving on to the defensive side after this one, well, I guess there's always potential for them to pick up the 2-0 here, but like we said, we think it's probably a little bit out of the question that they should have that much luck. Having a look though at the damage stats, and there you go, 4.4444. That's exactly what you need to see coming out from your Grill 15. Shinozaka as well, the new player in the lineup. He's sort of a bat-chat one-trick pony almost. That's pretty much all you see him in, and he generally tends to do a pretty good job in it.
Yeah, decent amount of damage, 3-2-2 there. Game's rigged, obviously, but Kyungkyu and Shinozaki, yeah, really just good play between them two. I mean, surviving, getting the shots. It's important in the Grill, you know, he misses 1 or 2 of those shots, then it becomes a different game because he doesn't kill Bishop. Bishop gets away, starts shooting them from the side, all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, it was a good play from B Gaming in the end. DiNG playing 2 standard, we talked about it, like they're not going to show anything new.
No.
Came into it standard, B Gaming read the play, answered the play, and didn't make any mistakes.
And I mean, realistically, even if Prokhorovka does go both the way of B Gaming, we're moving on to steps after that.
Yeah, that's still 2-0, I think.
Yeah, it's difficult there for B Gaming, but I mean, they can always put themselves in a good position, and that's all you can hope for. See how things go after that.
Yeah, indeed. But you know, at least they picked up a round here, so already doing better than when they played against the Clips.
That's true.
And maybe a little bit of momentum here for them. You know, if the ball gets rolling, you never know what could happen. But DiNG, I think they'll just shake this one off and continue.
Well, I'm going to have to find out. Looks like the players are getting ready. Feel like they're trying to hype themselves up. So I think we're ready for round number 4, and heading into it, it's going to be B Gaming on the defensive side of Prokhorovka, DiNG on the attack, and the Grill 15 coming out. So it's, well, a very similar lineup for DiNG as what we saw for B Gaming, actually.
Yeah, again, DiNG playing the same lineup they brought into the game against the Clips here. I don't think they'll be going for a different start again. Maybe B Gaming counter part 2 will be coming out. We'll have to see about that one. I mean, it's always a
Let's cross our fingers.
Let's cross our fingers, yeah, indeed. But, I mean, DiNG is that kind of team. They're not going to be changing it up here for B Gaming. That's just not what they do. They're going to play standard because, like we talked, they don't want to give anything away. And it's kind of exposing the weakness of this tactic, though.
Yeah, well, let's see what B Gaming is going to be able to do about it. They are actually going to be going for what looks like a 1-2 sort of a line hold. Not particularly interested over towards the 2 flag. I think they sent at least 1 player over there just to spot, but it's going to be somewhat of a mirror of the last round, what we saw with the attacking side heading up through towards the 1 flag and defending side also defending the 1 flag. So T4 in the T125 making his way forward. Kyung Pao also making his way forward. What's he in? An STB1, I think. So both tanks, nice gun depression. Good to be peeking over that middle mound.
Yeah, just have to make sure that they don't get shot in the side of the turret by Shockage. Obviously, like Grill, with heat or even with normal ammo, can penetrate that STB, E5 a little bit. They're more difficult, but Morakar takes a big shot there. Nice pen from the D5. But obviously, Shockage is going to be the one, like, if they peek too far, the STB for sure he can pen. E5, if he hits the cupola or loads heat for the cupola, should be going through as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a shot maybe from the IS-7. No, just getting away quite nicely there is the STB1 of B Gaming, but as of yet, not too much damage to write home about for either team. Just a trade, 1 for 1 in terms of shots.
And the thing is here though, like, they have Otori there in the 1-1-3, but a team like DiNG, what they will do is when Bishop realizes he doesn't get spotted and he goes aggressive, like he goes clear E1, E1 for example at one point, if they allow them that, they'll just put the tanks in E1, and then once they start spotting, Otori will die in that 1-1-3 if they get that far at least.
Yeah, well, we'll see whether or not that'll be the case. Kyung Power at the moment kind of standing in their way, might be able to spot out Bishop. Samo holding back here as well. I mean, a bit of a stalemate for now. Neither team really willing to make their move, and just comes down to whether or not DiNG is going to feel comfortable pushing forward now or not.
Yeah, indeed, but there's still a lot of time here for DiNG, and they're the kind of team that going to be wanting to get more information, so they'll probably send somebody towards the eastern side, which is positive. Send them towards there, try and check out, maybe even go 0 line at one point to get the information, figure out where B Gaming is, figure out if everybody is indeed on that 1-2 line. And I think if they realize this, they're not going to be going for it, because obviously they've seen the E5, they've seen the STB, but they don't know where Otori is in that 1-1-3. They haven't seen them all game, and that must leave some question marks.
Well, the only tanks that they have seen is the T125 and the STB1, so question marks as to where the rest of the team even is. So DiNG, as you say, still have plenty of time here to play with. They can get heaps of information. Positive, maybe looking like he's going to go for a bit of a scouting run up.
Yeah, onto the 0 line he is there. Probably going to climb that mountain over there. But so far, I mean, DiNG, the thing is, if they be forced into that number 2 base, we saw already when it happened to Eclipse, that really wasn't that great. Like playing against an E5, playing against a 1-1-3, playing against an STB, it becomes very annoying very quickly. And Bishop here spots the STB, but so far, I mean, not that much information at all.
Yeah, and what, 4 minutes have gone by, 3.5 minutes have gone by here, and DiNG, as you say, have not gathered a whole lot, but once that player on the eastern flank starts to push up, gets lots of information over towards the 2 flag, that's when things are going to get a little bit more difficult here for B Gaming. Once DiNG starts to push in, and there's a shot from T125 at Breakneck in towards, I think he's actually in an STB, but into T4 in the T125, getting a bit of damage across.
Very weird that they're allowed to break to peek that far onto their E5. I mean, 2 shots coming in there. Realistically, he shouldn't have taken the first as he was slow to react, and taking a third now, and finally break gets punished.
Yeah, and here's Bishop trying to push his way forward just a little bit there in the IE251, get some spots across. Kian Campin, of course, spotted out there, but slowly but surely you can see DiNG making inroads in towards the defense of B Gaming, making their way forward up that 1-2 line ever so slowly.
I think they're going to be going for that 1-2 line. After all, I mean, with Bishop, they'll be trying to spot further and further and further and stay behind with the rest of the tanks to make sure that once Bishop spots something, they can shoot at it, especially with that grill. I mean, long-range sniper, best in the game by far, I think.
Yeah.
Like, so. But it is really what B Gaming wants them to do. I mean, if they come down 1-2, then it's B Gaming will be very happy.
Yeah, a couple of bat chats towards the back there, and the 113 as well. It's a lot of damage on the field for B Gaming if DiNG do walk into that, but it just feels like DiNG, they are starting to sniff this out. I don't feel like they're going to fall into the trap.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, they are starting to reposition all their tanks towards that 1-2 line now. I mean, Positive and Hulk didn't go any further on that hill, so they have no idea what's in the back lines over there. All they know is the position of the E5, the STB, and maybe 1 or 2 bat sets, obviously, because Break did get shot at and took some damage. And now we're going to have to see what exactly the play is going to be here for DiNG. And the 113 finally gets spotted. Yeah,
Utori going to have to reposition now. He's actually taken a little bit of damage there as well. So, again, B Gaming, they allow an unanswered shot to go across to them. And ever so slowly starting to lose that HP war, the war of attrition. Although, at least time is in their favor. I mean, 4.5 minutes still here for DiNG. It's quite a lot, but very quickly, 4.5 minutes can turn into 2 minutes. Yeah, but T4 here is in trouble as 2 batches coming from the side. Yeah, he's definitely in a lot of trouble here. He's going to bounce a couple of shells, but you have to ask how much longer that is going to last. Positive, he's going to close that kill out. And first one goes to DiNG. And B Gaming, look at the HP chunk that they've just lost there. Yeah, and they're also getting surrounded now because the Batchats do have the rails under their control. Kyungkyu and Yotori here in trouble, and DiNG, they have sniffed it out, and they're taking so much damage at this point. Yeah, Meritori is trying to push forward there as well, and he's going to run into a couple of tanks, but if he can keep these guys busy while the Batchats on his team make their way through the sort of the western side of the map, they're going to have a good time. But the Grill 15 goes down. Shockage. That's a huge kill for B Gaming. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. I don't think it will be enough, even though it is a big mistake here from Shockage getting spotted. They're still down in HP, B Gaming, and now they're pushing it forwards, but they'll run out of ammo killing this 140, and they're getting surrounded at the same time and losing all their buddies. Yeah, the 140 does go down in the end there, but as you say, quite a lot of the B Gaming tanks go down. Quite a lot of the B Gaming tanks here very low on HP as well. They need to pick up Breakneck quickly. Just don't think they're going to be able to do it. Samo does go down as well to Positive, so across the board, B Gaming just falling here. And that's going to be that, pretty much. 2 tanks left alive for B Gaming. It's been a pretty clinical display from DiNG, really. Yeah, DiNG realizing the positions from B Gaming and acting towards it. Like we said, D1 position will be very important. Marakar picks up the final kill, and that'll be 3-1 here for DiNG. And yeah, we talked about it. E5, no support there because all of his friends, all of his teammates were in that 1-2 line, got pushed on. And they gave away a lot of HP in the beginning as well, which shouldn't be necessary. Big mistake from Shockage, fair to say. I mean, you never should get spotted over there in the grill, but didn't really affect the game at that point. Yeah, exactly. Much of a muchness, really, for DiNG there. And as you say, 3-1 at the moment. Moving on to the next map. Difficult times ahead now for B Gaming. Desperate times ahead. Yeah. They're going to have to add another 5 players. Wow. That's very mean. You said I was mean at the start of this one, saying B Gaming is going to have a difficult time. But look, to be fair, it's it's not looking great. At least they're able to pick up 1, so they can take something off that. But yeah, I mean, they took a nice victory. I mean, it's something, I guess. But 6 players from DiNG in the first 6 kind of tells us that they kind of got outplayed, and especially that definitely does tell the tale of that round. I think Shinozak able to get a little bit of damage across in the bat chat, but really, as you say, it's all the way of DiNG and Bishop in the IE251, 2k damage. That's quite a lot. And then there's Shockage on number 14. Yeah. in the Grill 15, funnily enough, as well. Like
he should have done like 5k damage that round.
Yeah. I mean,
especially on those batch shots in 1-2 line, he could hit them. The only shot he did was on the 1-1-3, that initial damage to 1-1-3 took when he got spotted. That was shockish.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, who cares, really, for DiNG? I don't think they're going to be too bothered by that one at all. Now with that 3-1 advantage and B Gaming scratching their heads, literally and figuratively.
Yeah. They're going to have to be doing more than just scratching their head.
Yeah, I think, yeah, going to have to pull something out. Although, I mean, Steps, it is a map that they do like. Well, the trouble is, though, I think for B Gaming here is Matil, for me, is such a key player for them on Steps. He's kind of their guy that jumps up on the boost and does all that sort of fun stuff, and he's not here. So...
yeah, that's very important on maps like Steps where climbs can decide the game and will decide it if you give them the opportunity to do so. I mean, DiNG has that 4-man climb as well that they can pull off into the A1 position. So there's that, and yeah, I think they're going to have to pull out a few rabbits.
Well, they've got a lot of papers there, so surely there's something in the strat book.
Yeah, they're going to have to pull a few rabbits out of their hat, though. Yeah,
potentially.
Like an entire zoo, pretty much, at this point.
Maybe they just have to hope DiNG is going to fall asleep.
Hulk's just thinking about food after this. Is like...
yeah, food sounds pretty good, to be honest, right now.
Well, like, you can see DiNG, they're not flustered at all.
Yeah,
they're like, even after that 1-round loss, they're like, okay, it happened. And then after the game, they'll be like, we did this and this and this wrong. Talk about it, but it doesn't affect them.
All right, let's see what we're going to be pulling away here on Steps. Bat chats galore across the board, but a couple of 113s there for DiNG. So nothing too crazy coming out.
No, but DiNG I think they've played this in the last 20 times they've played Steps. They've played double 1-1-3, RU251, and 4 bat chats. They've never changed whatsoever coming in that lineup. And B Gaming, there's also a fairly standard lineup. You have to say DiNG with that double 1-1-3 for batches will probably be defending the rails as they usually do, going over there, pushing over that rail, going behind that sort of mountain area there, defending from there and boosting the RU or climbing the RU on the eastern mountain.
Well, let's have a look and see what's going to happen here. B Gaming making their way out on the attacking side, and it does look like they're heading towards the western side of the map. DiNG, Bishop, I think he's boosting up. Yeah, he's just damaged his track, so I think that's a bit of a dead giveaway.
Yeah, he failed it. But B Gaming here is going to be trying to counter. I get some information here. Hulknig gets spotted. Takes a shot as well. Stayed a little bit too long. Hulknig overstaying as well. Come Bishop here. Didn't make it on the first try, but the thing is, B Gaming's not there, so he should be able to... No, never mind about that. I mean, this is why you want Koritz back. You know, Koritz never fails this.
This is why you want an APAC player like Matil. He never fails that either.
If this was... well, you have to say this is just a stand-in, so it doesn't really count for an EU player.
Yeah, okay. I don't think you'll be too happy with you saying that. Still, though, a bit of damage going across early to B Gaming there. Tori and the RU251 taking a shot, so not a great start into this one for B Gaming. And DiNG, they get the information, they make their way. Their rotation is very quick across towards this one flag.
This is the thing, that once DiNG starts realizing the rotations, they start closing, they start going a little bit more aggressive. And on Steps so far this season, they've shown almost perfect reactions to everything that the teams have done. And Bishop, 3rd time's the charm.
Is it? Let's have a look and see.
Nope. No, apparently that I was lied to my entire life.
Yeah. He's not having a very good time, is he? Still though, B Gaming, they've pretty much all been spotted out here, and they're actually going to decide to pull the trigger. I'm not sure about this decision here. Completely lit, and they're going to have to try and pull something out of their hat here, as you said before the game, because this is not looking like a great situation at all for them. DiNG has all the information that they could have hoped for, and B Gaming just seem like they're going to be content to walk into their opponents.
Yeah, but they're doing a lot of damage in the meantime onto Hulk and Break, and they're kind of cut off in that middle area, so they have something going for them. Depends if they're going to go fully aggressive here, because the DiNG lineup is converging on that location as well.
Yeah, they need to take down Emraka there so that they can get across the tracks, but it's just not working out too nicely at all. Shockish does take down the first kill of the game. The 113 of Easy Game gets taken down. Samo now the focus here for DiNG, and he's not having a good time either. Does get taken out very quickly, and just great focus fire across the board here for DiNG, who have just made life so difficult. Fire as well here for B Gaming, so the story just does not get better at all for DiNG. 3 tanks left alive here for B Gaming, and it just does not look like they're going to be able to come back from this one at all.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look that at all. They came over the first 1-1-3 Easy Game, pretty much got wrecked instantly. He went down, now 3 tanks left standing. It kind of felt like after they got the damage onto break and positive into that middle area, there was no need to go over the rails. They could probably relocate and play off the advantage they had, but they decided otherwise. And we saw the result of that. I mean, DiNG is not going to lose that kind of exchange where B Gaming has to pick up into them.
Did seem like a bit of a misplay there from B Gaming, and well, they've been punished for it. I guess they get a kill there, but for now, it's going to be DiNG taking away the first round on steps.
Indeed, and that was just, I mean, they got like, I think Hulk went down to half HP in the middle road, so did Breakneck. So that's kind of, you know, they could have rotated out of that if they wanted to, and when send, like, for example, send 2 bad shots to take down Break and Hulk. But then again, DiNG was also going towards the entirety of B Gaming because they obviously realized there was a bad shot out of the fight. So once they realize bad shots out of the fight, they get everybody close because 7v6, they'll always win the exchange no matter if they're down a little bit of HP. And then B Gaming kind of literally drove into them at that point. Yeah,
it's, I guess, not a map that's, well, it's not a bad map for B Gaming overall, but their attacking side is not necessarily so strong. The defensive side is where they kind of pick up the majority of their wins. So I'm not too worried. I'm going to go still 1-1.
I'm so waiting for them to lose the defense and be like, Jordan, hello? What did you say about their defensive side again?
It's actually their most picked map. I think that's why they've let it through here. They're very comfortable on steps, and they probably banked on that. But at a certain point, when DiNG has a map pool that's much bigger than you, that's much stronger than you, you kind of have to be letting these maps through. And the question remains, do you let through your opponent's strong map or your strong map? Or do you try and get rid of their strong map and play maybe one of your weaker maps? But digressing a little bit, going back towards the damage charts there, really, again, across the board, looking very nice for DiNG.
Yeah, DiNG players all around. I mean, Shinozaki, again, they're the player from B Gaming that's very consistent in that bad shot, but the thing is, he's usually the last one alive as well, so that's kind of like, you know, how much do you take away from him doing 2k damage when he's the last player alive and he gets like 2-3 extra shots in? But the real issue there is on the bottom, Samo, Easy Game, Motori, Kunkum Power. I mean, it's not enough from those tanks, and I really don't agree with the push they made.
No, neither do I. It did seem a bit strange considering they were all spotted as well.
And especially because DiNG was coming closer because they wanted to fight, because they saw that one batch that's out of the fight and on reload. So they wanted to fight, and then they gave them the fight exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, well, do or die time now really for B Gaming. They've already lost 1. If they lose this one, then that's that.
That's that, they're going home.
So they're going to have to pull something out of the hat.
Yeah, they have 1 shot, 1 opportunity.
1 chance, and let's have a look and see what they're going to be doing it in. It's just going to be the same lineup that they took actually last round.
Yeah, indeed, and DiNG here coming with the IS-7. There's very reminiscent of what Kazna did as well there. Usually used to play that A5, A6 position there, so you can spot any possibility of people coming back to decap. And I mean, B Gaming, I think they should be going for a similar defense like DiNG did, but the thing is though, DiNG has been known, for example, pushing like 5 bad shots across the field into the number 2 cap, and they expect you to defend rails and just put triple cap pressure and surprise you that way.
All right, let's go ahead and find out whether or not B Gaming is going to be able to stay in this competition. This is their last round. Their backs against the wall. They need to pull off something here. So DiNG on the attack, looking like they're going to be heading over towards the 1 flank to start things off. B Gaming not too interested in defending that side of the map. Does seem like they're setting up for a 2-flag defense. So it's, again, giving a lot of map control over to DiNG.
Not a fan of this. We saw what happened before, that giving up that number 1 base once DiNG gets on that cap, wants to get to the I7 to the A6 position, the badge that's in the locations to spot the middle and the wall line. It becomes such a hassle to even reset that base. I mean, it's already much better than Bishop, at least.
APAC dream team.
At
least we win something.
Maybe if he was better at shooting than climbing.
Yeah, well, got to be good at something, don't you?
So what are you good at?
Talking about video games. At least I like to think I am.
I think you're great, but...
Thanks, man.
Bishop here spotting, and I think this is... honestly, I think B Gaming already lost the round, but we're going to have to see that being proven.
Well, they haven't even taken a shot yet.
The thing is, the position here, like, what will happen is Monarca will go to A6.
Yep.
And then they will spot the middle road, they will spot the wall line, they will put the RE251 on the cap, and they will punish every single rotation that comes out from B Gaming, whether it be through the middle, whether it be through the 1-2 line. It's so easy on a map like Steps to lock down every single one of those angles because it's a 3-way, you know?
Yeah.
I7 goes to A6, that's 1 way locked off. When you put 1 batch on D3, 2nd way locked off, and you can climb 1 batch onto E1, that's the 3rd way blocked off.
Again, it's very sort of, I guess, typical of the APAC meta here for B Gaming, just to give up the 1 flag. It happens all the time. And generally teams play for, I guess, the retake on the one flag as opposed to actually holding it.
So Positive is going to do the climb here. That's nice. That's good. That should be okay. Should make it. Never mind. I didn't say anything. Pretend like I didn't speak at all. There's obviously two angles for that. There's that one and there's the other one. He's going to have to be quick as a lot of the big gaming tanks are there in that sun area. And if they do that climb, it becomes so impossible to take that side. And Marakar here, this is another position you can play those rail tracks. I mean, it's become so hard to do anything about the I-7 because you see only his turret. And I saw Positive was making the climb, the other one, the K3-4 one, and I think he should be up.
I'll have a look here. Can't actually see on the map. But, again, I mean, B Gaming, once that player gets on towards the one flag, they're going to have to make their move. And just giving so much time over to DiNG to allow them to put themselves in good positions that it's really tough now for B Gaming.
You see this I-7 position, it's so hard because you can hardly see anything of his whole armor, just turret. And Positive, as you can see, J1, that's him. He is up, so that is that side pretty much shut down. He will be giving so much information to B Gaming.
12 damage, I think that was what went over towards the
HE always does damage, and Positive does get spotted. But that is, again, even if he gets spotted and he doesn't spot anything else, it's information for DiNG because you don't get spotted unless there's somebody there to spot you.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just going to be quite content to hold into this position here until he's unspotted. Looks like the IE251 going to be getting onto the cap here as well for DiNG. So now the timer working against B Gaming. It's just a matter of time before they're going to have to make their move.
Everything is against B Gaming at this point. I mean, to be fair, like there's no angle they can come from unspotted, and that's the real issue here. That everywhere they go, they will be spotted, they will be punished, and they don't have an HP advantage at all. T4 gets double ammo racked even.
Wow.
Minus repair kit, got ammo racked, repaired, got ammo racked again. That is
the worst possible situation.
Yes,
yeah.
Unfortunate to say the least.
Definitely not where he'd want to be sitting here. Now he's just got a massive reload timer that, well, that's one disadvantage again going into the way of B Gaming. So things are just mounting atop one upon each other. B Gaming just, well, slowly but surely.
Well, they have to make the move quickly because if you let it go down to like 50, 40 seconds, then you just push 2-3 guys on the cap and it goes down from like 50 to like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So B Gaming need to make their move and they need to start moving quickly.
Well, at the moment, they do seem to be actually trying to push up through that middle road. Easy Game, Tomato JP both being spotted out, and Samo as well down towards the south end has been spotted. So all these B Gaming players have to make their way forward quickly. And
they didn't reset yet.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to be putting another tank over on towards that flag just yet, is DiNG. They're just setting up in, I guess, defensive positions. Tomato JP running away here.
Okay, so T4 might be able to spot here, but there will be Struckers and Hook that can shoot him from the side. They might be able to spot Bishop, but there's a bush there that he can use. And let's see if T4 is actually able to spot. I don't think he will make it. Maybe at least one spot.
Yeah, does get the spots across. Not onto the IU251, but the IU251 here has gotten off the cap. So a little bit of breathing room, I guess, for B Gaming, but they're going to have to take the fight here, and we'll see how it works out. 3 Batchats making their way forwards, and the Batchat here of DiNG is going to go down to start things off. So that's a good early pick for the B Gaming players, but they've used up so many bullets, and the question, is it going to be worth it now? Because look at the HP that they're going to start to lose. It's very much still in the favor of DiNG here, but a couple of quick kills go the way of B Gaming. So the question is it going to be enough?
I don't think so, as now Positive should be coming into the game with a full clip, and together him and Bishop should be able to make short work of the remaining Batchats here of B Gaming, and then it comes down to a bunch of single shooters as they lose to Tomato JP. Shinozaki should be the next one to fall. Positive is on reload, so he will survive for now, but Marakar still has all of the HP, and DiNG down to 3 tanks here, and Break going down as well. There's a potential here for B Gaming.
Utori, can he pick up this kill? I don't know if he's got the damage. Yes, he does, by the looks of things.
Marakar just tracked Shinozaki as well, so that he will be surviving for now. But that RU251, yes, it's straight, but they'll still be doing a lot of damage, and Marakar needs Positive right now to get into the game.
Yeah, definitely does. And even if he does get in the game, maybe that's not going to be enough, because the IS-7 here just surrounded by enemy tanks shooting into the turret. Not going to work out too nicely there for the IU251, just bouncing off. This is a bit of a better shot by the looks of things into the track, but here comes the Batchat. Is he going to be able to get enough damage across? That is the real question, and Marakar's already picked up 1 kill. Zutori going to be going down as well. Just a couple of tanks left alive here for B Gaming. Positive on his own now, but is he going to get the kill? Not quite. And now on the reload.
But he needs to run, and Shinozaki should be chasing right now. Oh, that's a nice track shot, and Kyonkyo Power should be able to catch up and do at least 1-2 shots in B Gaming. Can you believe it? Maybe picking up a second round here.
Definitely. I predicted it. I had 100% absolute faith in B Gaming. as long as they don't throw this from this point. They need to clean up positive before he reloads, and it does look like that's going to be the case there. So B Gaming do manage to put 2 rounds on the board. So if they lose now, I feel very...
I like how happy you are, like you got something right. It's like, yeah! Woo!
Doesn't happen very often.
He's so good.
But we got it, we got it.
Maybe you want to switch, you know, you can become the expert now. Or...
Yeah. You want to swap chairs?
Yeah.
You can be the host and I'll be the...
Physical chairs, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be the pro analyst. But yeah, look...
well, remove the pro part, just analyst.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll give you that. But still, look, 1-1, they're on steps. At least good enough is B Gaming to survive through to the next map. So, better than going out 5-1.
Yeah, I mean, you have to question like the play from DiNG there, trying to take down T4, and they saw the bad shots from B Gaming. It's not like they appeared out of nowhere, so they drove down the middle road themselves, and then they got overmatched, which realistically shouldn't happen at that point. And then, yeah, Maraka tracked Shinozaki in a bad shot with the I7, would have been able to kill him no matter what because he was less than a low roll. So. Yeah, unfortunate there, but then again, there was also the part where the RU251, like really, I mean, his shooting needed to improve.
Yeah, it definitely did. But having a look at the damage stats here, pretty good. Again, Shinozaki, quite nice from him in the bat chat, but Kyung Power, I suppose, the hero for B Gaming there. Bit of damage coming across from positive Emraka and Breakneck, but just not enough. I mean, I guess probably the second half of the damage charts is going to show.
Hook and Shockish won't be that high up, and there we go. Hook, Shockish, and then Bishop as well. Yeah, I don't know, like going down the middle road, even though you know that B Gaming probably has most of the tanks there, I mean, it's a little bit of a misplay.
It was surprising, though, that B Gaming was able to pick up the win there, because it looked like they were just in such a poor position. And then
they were in a really poor position. But then, really, the bad shots from DiNG going down that middle road is kind of what lost them the game, and there's no need for it, almost.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens here in the next map. Hard to say that I think B Gaming is going to pick up a 2-0 and take it to a tiebreaker, but B Gaming do have a habit of pulling it through to tiebreakers and then losing in the tiebreaker.
You think so? You believe?
I can't remember what the next map is.
I keep asking.
That's the real question for me.
Wait, what was the next map again?
I don't know.
I forgot.
Yeah, so did I. Yes, it's a surprise.
Wait, so it was... I'm thinking.
Yeah. What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about? I don't particularly remember what the last map was.
I don't think it was Himmelsdorf.
No.
Was it Muravanka?
Yes, it was Muravanka. Yes, but that's a very 1-1 map, though.
Yeah, but it's not a map that B Gaming tends to like. They haven't played. It's actually I think, almost the least played map of the season for B Gaming, and they haven't exactly got the greatest of records on it either.
Well, they're gonna have to do it now.
Yeah, they are gonna have to do it. I mean, 75% win rate on the defense, but that's only after 4 rounds. So. Can't really take much away from that.
No, you can. But I mean, there might be the potential depending on who's defending. Depending on who's defending, that sounds really nice.
Yeah.
For them to pick up at least one more round. I mean, you know, 4-3.
That's quite a respectable scoreline. I think that's B Gaming. Let's have a look and see.
They are defending, so I mean, that's something going in their favor. Triple E5. That's very heavy.
Yeah, that is very heavy. And one thing we know about E5s, at least in the APAC region, is they don't tend to work out very nicely.
Depends.
Yeah, no, but for us, it's got like a 30% win rate in APAC, the E5. So we'll see whether or not this is going to work out too nicely. Heading into the game now. At least B Gaming starting off on the defense. I mean, it does make sense having those T110 E5s.
Yeah, it does, but a lot of teams now like to pick a T57 heavy as well in there because, you know, that burst potential coming out and triple E5. I mean, we're going to have to see. I mean,
I'm more of a fan of a 113. On this map.
Muravanka?
Yeah.
Why?
Bit of extra rotation speed. Yeah, I know, but we see it a lot more in APAC, and it works out quite nicely. Still, though, I digress. We'll see whether or not this is going to work for B Gaming.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, DiNG is just doing DiNG things, waiting, seeing if there's a potential there for any tank from B Gaming to aggressive, and Kyung Power, they're taking 1 shot of damage, but I guess DiNG info again. Position is very strong though if you can play it, and DiNG is moving towards that #1 base because obviously that clearing that #2 base with the RU251, it's just such a difficult thing to pull off.
Yeah, so tough, and well, I guess getting in towards that 1 flag as well when you're up against 3 T110 E5s is not exactly going to be an easy task here either.
I mean, no, because they should be taking the initial damage here at the very least, coming into that capture circle. And then with triple E5, that just depends on how they're going to play it. And with Kyung Power being here, he should be able to get at least a few shots, depending if he plays it correctly or not. I mean, you can see here, he has shots, but he won't be able to pen that turret unless it goes... now we should be loading heat at some point to get through those turrets, obviously, depending on if they turn their side or not.
We'll have a look and see whether or not that's going to be the case. Tomato JP does take a shot there as well, and you said, I mean, DiNG needed to be taking the damage heading in towards this cap circle, but at the moment, it's just B Gaming taking damage.
Yeah, Kyung Power really should be destroying them at this point, and kind of have to question his shooting needs to be a little bit more accurate, need a little bit more pinpoint. Like, he needs to do the damage to those E5s. There we go. I think he just did one of those shots, and realistically speaking, he's behind the bush. He's not going to get spotted, so he has free reign over those E5s, so he can take his shots, aim them very well, and make sure he penetrates them.
Yeah, let's find out whether or not they're going to have a bit of a better time here, B Gaming, because for now, things just not working out too nicely, and Kyung Power's been spotted out as well, so he needs to be a little bit more careful.
Indeed, and DiNG slowly surrounding B Gaming here.
Yeah, Breakneck getting very deep in with that bat chat without really any sort of a contest coming out from B Gaming at all.
The thing I like very much though for now is that B Gaming decided that Otori should stay in the bush. We see a lot of teams, even in EU, overcommitting. Like, they see tanks alongside the #1 base. They're like, okay, let's start going east already. They get caught out, they lose their tier 8, and then they lose the #2 cap afterwards as well. And so far, I am very glad that B Gaming have not done that.
It's 3 minutes across, all gone so far from that timer. Again, we're seeing Kyung Power in a position to be getting some damage across, but just deciding not to fire the shot. Not confident that he's going to pen.
Yeah, they're trying to blind shot his position so he can't peek too far, because obviously then he's going to take hits. And he already took 2, so ideally he doesn't want to lose any more HP before the real engagement starts here. And look at this, 3 bad shots from DiNG grouping up here.
This could be a big explosion from DiNG when the time is right. If they can get a bit of a push going at the correct time, then certainly B Gaming is going to be in a little bit of trouble. But you can see B Gaming have got a couple of players towards the southern end of the map there as well that might be able to get a bit of damage across to those bat chats if they do decide to go for a bit of a rush around the back of that hill. Here we go, the T125 starting to make their way forward. No connection from the shot there from Samo, and again, just the B Gaming guys now in a lot of trouble now that these bat chats starting to make their way forward over the hill. The T125s are under a lot of pressure, but great focus fire comes out from B Gaming. One of the bat chats dropped already, and they didn't get much damage out of it. Peril positive though, able to trade back onto Samo, and now things may be starting to swing again the way of DiNG. As I say that though, they lose another player. Bishop goes down, and this is just backwards and forwards at the moment. DiNG just not quite getting that focus fire that they need. Eventually a couple of those tanks do start to go down there, and now things starting to stabilize for the Europeans as B Gaming lose 3 quick tanks.
Yeah, they lost their E5s, and now the TVP might be coming in doing some damage, but at this point it doesn't even matter anymore really, because the 2 E5s from DiNG are still alive. And unless they can kill Positive and Hulk here before the rest of their tanks go down, there's a chance here if Otori picks up... nope, as I say that, Shokish picks him up. If they killed Positive and Hulk, but Hulk was full HP at that point as well in the tier 9 batcha, they weren't going to get him. They lost their E5s, and they didn't have the burst potential to deal with the lineup from DiNG with the double tier 9. They had an RE251, they had an extra E5, so the burst was much in favor of DiNG.
Yeah, Shinozaki again finding himself one of the few remaining players here on B Gaming. We'll probably see him up towards the top of the scoreboard given his late exit of the game, but really it's much of a muchness here as DiNG are going to be the ones who will take out the victory. T4 does get dropped, and now Shinozaki, the sole survivor for B Gaming, does get taken down. So that will be that. DiNG going to be taking it away 5-2. Quite a convincing win.
Quite a convincing win indeed. DiNG going for the split, realizing that there's no way that the Badgers will have that the